Welcome back to my channel. I am Sigourney Rosario. I encourage individuals to boss up in their business, their self-love, and their faith. Today, we are talking about how to release your book in 2023. So if you're interested, stay tuned, girl, and let's go ahead and hop into these tips about releasing your first book in 2023. Point number one, this is the bread and butter. This is non-negotiable, okay? This is giving you need to do this type now vibes. Go to God about it. This book is not about you. I had to learn it. I had to learn it and I just didn't know. The book is not about you. I don't care if it's fiction, if it's nonfiction, if it's a cookbook, if it's a picture book. The book is not about you. It's about God using you to help other people. So this is critical, crucial, important, vital, essential that you go to God about this book. You do not want to release something and God does not approve it. You don't want to release something because you want the book out. You don't want to release it because you want fame or you want clout or whatever the case may be. The book is about other people. The book is to help the other person, another generation, another family member, another race, another gender, whatever the case may be. It ain't about you. And so if you don't go to God about the book and you just out here releasing stuff, his glory ain't going to be in it. His favor not going to touch it. And it's just going to be a huge waste of time. So just make sure you're going to God about it. Make sure that you running ideas by him and making sure that he's okay with the finished product. Number two, and I find this to be something that I really value, but a lot of people just don't know or they just don't care, whatever the case may be. I would tell you, before you start running your mouth about your book, you know what I'm saying? You get excited. Before you start yapping, you really and truly need to get all of your ideas out first. And I've seen this with so many people. They trying to release the book and they talking. They talking too much. They talking too much. Hey, what do you think about this? Hey, should I do this? Hey, you think I should do this? Hey, should I delete that part off? Should I add that? Okay, cool. And by the time you end up finishing it and you talk to everybody about the book, it ain't your book no more. You might as well add them as co-authors because you got so many opinions and it's your book. I'm not saying after the finished product, you don't go to them and ask them for their opinion. You can do that. Absolutely. I highly recommend that you do that. But when you are in the beginning stages, it need to be between you and Jesus. It need to be a one-way street. Boop, 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 boop. That's how it need to be. You don't have to run it by this person, run it by that person, run it by this person. You end up getting confused and you end up prolonging the process versus you just getting all of your ideas out on paper, doing what you got to do. And after you have a finished product, then you can take it to this person, that person, and ask their opinion. But when you in the, rough draft stage, get out your ideas that God has given you and get it all out on paper first, and then you can start running it by people when you actually have a finished product. Number three, I would say that you should not rush the process. Now, yes, it's important to get the book out. Obviously, you don't want to be sleeping on the book for 15 years, but don't rush it. Don't sit here and just release a sloppy product. Don't release a product just to get it out to say you're an author. Don't release the product just for the clout, the fame, whatever the case you feel like is going to come with releasing a book. Don't do it because of that. Do it at a steady pace where you're moving along and you're making progress, but at the same time, you don't want to be rushing through it and it's just a hot mess. So just make sure you're not rushing the process, but also just make sure you ain't dragging your feet with the process as well. Four. Now this is something I had to learn because when my first book came out, I felt like I was cutting corners. And I would say for this tip, you need to hire a good designer. You need to hire a good editor. You need to hire a good interior designer, exterior designer, a good, publisher is essentially what I'm saying. You need to make sure that the people that are working for you, however you decide to do it, make sure that this is good quality. For me, I was cutting corners when it came down to the editor, and I had to literally keep going back, keep redoing the book, keep doing this because I was investing in somebody just because they were affordable. Nothing against people who are affordable. Absolutely, if it's affordable and they have good quality, go for it. Literally, I learned this on my third book is, okay, if I'm paying somebody, they need to be providing the work that I'm paying them for. It's not just about the price. It's about the quality of your work and the price as well, because you don't want to be also, paying for an arm and leg for an editor just because they, pay more or just because they charge more. Does not necessarily mean that their work is good. So you have to find that equal balance of affordability but also good quality, and that's something, like I said, I struggle with. I was looking for affordability. I was seeing the cost, boom, 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 increase, and I was like, oh no, baby, we're gonna have to cut the corners. And that actually ended up costing me more money on the long haul if I just would have went the right way and found a good editor who also was affordable. So just make sure, whatever team you're trying to get around your book, whatever person you need, whatever thing you need to hire or outsource, make sure it is good quality. Look at the reviews, look at the cost. Obviously that plays a role. Look at what people are saying online on, you know, their Instagram. Look at how they act. Look at samples. Request different things from them so you can actually see how their work is and not just base it off of a price, because I'm telling you it's going to end up costing you more. The fifth thing I have for you when it comes down to releasing your book in 2023, just release the book. Just release the book, just release the book, just release the book. At the end of the day, you're going to learn different things. You're going to mess up on certain things. Everybody is not going to get it right the first time. Most people don't. And, you know, it's just a learning curve. If you messed up on one area or you messed up on this, look, learn from it, grow from it, and do better on your second book. But if you prolong your book for 15 years, 20 years, 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, you could have released 2 or 3 books by then. You know what I mean? You're prolonging people getting helped. You're prolonging somebody reading your book and getting encouraged. Like, again, back to one of my earlier points, it's not about you. It's really not. And it's about the people that you are called to help. But again, you got to get it out. Just get it out. Don't rush it. And don't create a sloppy product. But at the end of the day, if you've done your research, you've done what you need to do, you've hired the right people, everything is good, then why are you sitting on the product? Release the product. Get it out there. You're going to receive good feedback. You may receive negative feedback. All of it is good because it's going to help you with your next book or your next project. So those are my tips for those that are interested in starting their book in 2023. I pray and hope that it was able to help you. If you need encouragement or you know somebody else who may need encouragement, please write into my foundation, Letters for Life, where I encourage individuals by sending them a free handwritten letter of encouragement. As always, I love you, but most importantly though, God loves you. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.